Let's take flight.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Let's Take Flight. And today I'm doing an official unboxing of my brand new Ritz Carlton card. If you've seen the video that I just posted last week, you'll see that I did my Q2, what's in my wallet, and you've seen that I finally got my hands on the Ritz Carlton card. But this video, we're going to dig a little deeper. We're going to show you all the benefits. We're going to give you a little bit more time to see the card and get to feel the card, and we might even see how much you weigh. But let's get right to it because I'm excited about it. You know, this is the boxing that it came in, and this is truly an unboxing. Most of the credit card videos I've been doing lately has been unenveloping, but they really send this in a box, and it's quite the experience if you ask me. So great I get to share this moment with you guys. But check this out. Comes in a box. You already see there's another box inside of it. And wow, look at that. Ritz Carlton cards. Nice packaging. Very beautiful packaging. Check that out. Nice. It comes with the got like a little drawstring here. So very nice packaging. So let's pull it out like that. Ooh, you see it says Ritz Carlton right there. Nice. Nice. Look at that. And just right off top, just right off top, you got the card right there sitting proudly in this little bed, if you will. Very nice, very nice. Look at that. Wow, okay. All right, and it has 2 spaces here for a credit card, so I'm assuming if I would have ordered another card, maybe like an authorized user, it probably would have came here, maybe, I'm not sure. But very nice, check it out. Very nice. I like it. I like it, and again, I've already felt the card, but I just want y'all to take a really good look at that card. Very nice, look at that. There's nice glossy finish. Very nice if you ask me. Very nice card. And it is metal. Now it's not completely metal like it used to be, but it's metal. You can tell when you hear it fall. Now the old Ritz Carlton credit card was really metal. It made like a thumping sound, kind of like the titanium Apple card. Matter of fact, let me see something. This is my American Express black card. Allegedly, it's fake. It's not real. I'm not that rich, y'all. But it's metal, right? That's what the Ritz Carlton card used to sound like. Now it sounds like this. So leave that right. I just leave that there for inspiration. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, got the Ritz Carlton card here on deck. Now we're gonna leave that there so y'all can check that out. We're gonna go through some of the benefits. And I'm gonna share with y'all guys what I plan to use this credit card for. Maybe I'll leave this right here. Yeah, leave that right there. Gotta make some room. I got a small table, y'all. Apologize for it. But we got this little envelope here with the benefits package. And nice, check it out. JP Morgan, welcome, the Ritz Carlton credit card. This is a nice little booklet here. Check that out. And let's read over some of the benefits. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I'm assuming this is probably Ritz Carlton property. Maybe. I gotta find out where that's at. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah. So it says, welcome to a special class of travel. You're among those who enjoy the exceptional advantages of the Ritz Carlton hotels and resorts. Man, this is so exquisite. And look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I gotta find out where that is. Table of contents, the Ritz Carlton hotel privileges, Marriott Bonvoy elite status. Now, that speaking of elite status, this card gives you gold status. out the box. Now, for me, I have the platinum card already, so the status doesn't really mean nothing to me. It doesn't really help me none. Now, this is cool. You get to upgrade to the Ritz Carlton club level. This is strictly for Ritz Carlton properties. Upgrade your stay 3 times annually on a paid stay of up to 7 nights, subject to availability, of course. To use one of your 3 club level upgrades, e-certificates, please call or have your travel professional contact the Ritz Carlton reservations. It comes with a number here. So yeah, a lot of what you're gonna have to do with this credit card, you're gonna have to make a lot of phone calls because things don't just happen automatically. Unfortunately, with this card, but this could be a good thing or a bad thing. And you hear a lot of people talk about the $300 travel credit. Well, that $300 travel credit, you're gonna have to call and have them apply that credit to certain purchases. Now, if you ask me, I think that's a good thing because I'm gonna share, the experience I've had with the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card. That gives you a $300 travel credit, right? Now, I remember one time last year, year before last, I had plans to use that $300 for something else. I want to say a hotel or something. But I was just out one night having some fun, and I made a mistake and used that card for some other things. Like, I think I parked at a parking lot or something like that. Well, that categorized as travel. So it used 40 of my $300 credit for the parking garage, and I'm like, oh damn, I didn't want to use it for that. So when you using the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you got to be careful with situations like that where maybe you might not want to use that credit for certain purchases. You might want to reserve it for another purchase. Well, with this card, it allows you to do that. It allows you to actually call them and apply that credit to specific purchases. So believe it or not, I believe that this is actually a great option to have when using that $300 credit. Okay, then you get a $100 hotel credit. So you get to enjoy a complimentary $100 credit for qualifying dining, spa, or other hotel recreational activities. So, but the only catch with this, guys, is it has to be with a Ritz Carlton or a St. Regis property, and it has to be a 2-night minimum, and it has to be paid with cash. So if you use points, this is not going to work, unfortunately. So the only way I can probably see me using this is if I'm at a Ritz Carlton overseas. That's a lot more reasonable than the Ritz Carltons here. For instance, a place that I just came from not too long ago, Jakarta, Indonesia. I was looking at some St. Regis and Ritz Carlton properties. Really reasonable if you ask me. It's like not even $200 a night. I want to say I've seen some prices for $190, $195 a night at a Ritz Carlton in St. Regis. I haven't seen anywhere else in the world where you can stay at a St. Regis or a Ritz Carlton for that cheap. So when I go back to Jakarta, and I'm definitely going back, shout out to all my Indonesians out there. Y'all show me so much love. I miss y'all. I'm coming back for sure. I might stay at the Ritz Carlton. I may pay cash for my stay, and then I get to use the $100 credit. Platinum Elite is within reach. Now with this card, again, like I said, this comes with gold status, but if you want to spin your way to platinum status, it's only going to cost you a measly $75,000. So, I mean, I wouldn't suggest y'all guys try to get platinum status through this card. I would just say if platinum status is that important, just go the American Express route, get the Brilliant card. That comes with platinum status, and you don't have to spend $75,000. You just gotta pay $650 annual fee. But I'd rather go that route. But let's go over what gold status gives you. With gold status, you'll get 15 elite nights. Now again, y'all, this is not free nights. These are nights that's gonna help you reach to the next status. So you're gonna start out with 15 off top. Now I think to get to platinum status, I want to say you need like 30 more elite nights, 30 more stays to get to elite status. Could be wrong. All right, where will inspiration take you? Now we're going to talk about spending multipliers. Now this is the one beef that I've always had with Marriott credit cards. no matter which Marriott credit card you got, whether the low end or the high end, whether the no annual fee or the high annual fee, they all give you the same amount of points for the spend. And it's insane to me. Why do y'all do this? Marriott, why do y'all do that? Why? But for this card, you're going to get 6x back at Marriott. You're going to get 3x back on airline tickets purchased directly with the airline, and at car rental agencies and restaurants. You're going to get 2x back on everything else. And we all know that Marriott points are not worth that much. So 3x in airline tickets, I mean, that might be maybe 2x Marriott points when you look at the value, the same, and then 1x on everything else. So this is not a card you really want to put everyday spend on. You know, in my opinion, you know, since I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, most of my hotel spend will be on that card. This is more of a benefits card, just so you know. Okay, we talked about the $300 annual travel credit. Now, yeah, let's talk a little bit about this, because this is not your typical travel credit like on the Chase Sapphire Reserve or like the Capital One Venture X. It's supposed to be specifically for seat upgrades, baggage fees, and preferred lounge memberships. That's what it's supposed to be for. But, you know, I've heard stories, you know, your mileage may vary, you know, that when you call up there, they may or may not be willing to work with you, do with that information what you want. I don't want to go too deep into that, but that's what it's supposed to be used for, seat upgrades. And believe it or not, I actually used mine for what it was supposed to be used for, seat upgrades. I used my $300 credit off top. I got a trip coming up going to Vietnam later on this year. So I'm using my credit to hopefully get me an upgrade to business class. We'll see, because I'm actually on a waiting list. But I used my $300 for that. It ended up being $600 total. So I'm using my $300 for that, and then I'll use some cash that I have from some of my straight cash back cards, and I'll use that cash back to pay the remaining $300. That's what I plan to do. But yeah, you get the $300 credit, so that's very valuable for this card. Now the annual fee for this card is $450. For a high-end card like this is pretty reasonable. So you get $300 off top travel credit. So now you're down $150. So let's see, can we bring that down some more? So you get access to 1,300 airport lounges with Priority Pass. Now, I already have Priority Pass with my Platinum card, so I'm not even going to use it. This also gets you into the Chase Club lounges, which is great. So that's where the overlap comes in for me, because I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, already can get in the club lounges. This gives me access to that also. So that benefit doesn't really help me personally, but it's a great benefit to have if you don't have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. No foreign transaction fees, of course, and it's a Visa Infinite. For y'all that don't know, requires you to have at least $10,000 credit limit. But you get global entry. So again, $120 towards global entry and TSA pre-check. So again, if you don't have that, if this is your only high-end card, that's very valuable. So you add the $300 plus the $120, so now you're down to what, $30? So again, very valuable card. Car rental privilege, like I was just saying. So it comes with primary CDW. So you rent a car, you don't have to use your personal insurance. If anything happens, they will use the insurance from this first, and it's up to $75,000. Great benefit, if you ask me. And it comes with discounts at 3 major car rental companies: Avis, National, and Hertz. Emergency evacuation and transportation. This is great if you or a covered traveler are injured or become sick during a trip 100 miles or more from home that results in an emergency evacuation. You can be covered for medical services and transportation up to $100,000. And with all of the uncertainty that's going on in the world right now, I suggest that a lot of y'all guys go back into your paperwork and see what type of emergency evacuation insurance you have, because it's one of them things that it's good to have. Hopefully no one has to use it. Roadside assistance. This is a good one right here. If you have a roadside emergency, you can call for a tow, battery assistance, tire change, locksmith, or gas. You're covered up to $50 per incident 4 times a year. That's great. So, $50 may not seem like a lot, which is really not. But $50 can get you to safety. So, if you get pulled over, if you break down somewhere, that can get you off the highway, to the nearest shop or the nearest gas station or whatever. So that's great to have. I don't hear a lot of people talk about roadside assistance. Emergency medical and dental. Again, that's something else that a lot of us don't talk about here in this credit card space. If you or an immediate family member becomes sick or injured while you're 100 miles or more from home on a trip, you can be reimbursed up to $2,500 for medical expenses, subject to a $50 deductible. Now, I still would suggest, with everything that's going on and some of the horror stories that I've heard, I would probably still suggest travel insurance. Now, I'm not an expert on this or anything like that, but this is just something I've kind of been looking into recently, because I travel a lot and I travel for a long time. Sometimes I'll be going for 30 days at a time. And I just started thinking, if something happened to me while I'm out there, is $2,500 enough, for an emergency? I break a leg or break an arm, or, something internally that's going on in my body. Is $2,500 enough? I don't know, probably not, so I was really thinking, I'm like, I probably definitely should start investing in travel insurance. Yeah, especially once you start getting into your older age. If you're young, you might not care about this, but once you start getting in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and that's important. So, look into that, guys. Travel incident insurance, okay. Trip cancellation, definitely a good one. If your trip is canceled or cut short by sickness, severe weather, or other covered situations, you can be reimbursed up to $10,000 per covered traveler. So that's good. That's definitely great to have. We need that, again, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. Trip delay reimbursement. This is another good one. If your common carrier travel is delayed more than 6 hours or requires an overnight stay, you are covered for unreimbursed expenses such as meals and lounging up to $500 per covered traveler. So if you're at an airport and your flight gets canceled and you need to stay at a hotel overnight, maybe until the next day so you can catch your next flight out, that $500 should cover you for a night at a hotel. Or if you need to, eat, while you're waiting. So, great benefit to have. A lot of great benefits to these luxury cards, $450, but it definitely comes with great benefits. Oh, lost luggage reimbursement provides reimbursement up to $3,000 per covered traveler for the cost to repair or replace checked or carry-on baggage that is lost, damaged, or stolen during a covered trip. Yep, I got a lot of beef with some of y'all guys that be throwing people's bags underneath that plane. I mean, dang, I know y'all probably touch thousands of bags a day, but dang, y'all be destroying our bags, man. I mean, I got love for y'all guys, but man. So yeah, this is a really great card if you ask me. And okay, I guess I can share this information with y'all guys also. $15,000 limit. Now again, like I said, this is a Visa Infinite card, so it's going to give you at least $10,000. You have to have at least $10,000 dollars to get this card. Now let me just go deeper into why I got this card and what I'm going to use it for. Well, the first great thing about this card for me is the the free night reward. We didn't talk about the free night reward. Now this card comes with a free night reward up to 85,000 points. Now that's great value, especially for the places that I visit. Now I don't really vacation in the States much. That's just me. Now that 85,000 points here in the States is probably not going to go. Well, I'm not going to say that. It's definitely gonna go far. It's some Ritz Carltons here, even here in Atlanta. Some St. Regis is here that are around that 85,000 point mark. And Marriott definitely did up the ante a little bit. Now they allow you to top off your free night up to 25,000 points. I use a lot. I'm gonna probably be using a lot of this in my travels when I go overseas. But if I just so happen to not be able to use it during my travels, then again, I don't live that far outside of Atlanta. So we have a St. Regis and a Ritz Carlton, and I can use both of those properties if I choose to. So I definitely value the 85,000 point free night certificate, the $300 travel credit, and the 3 club level upgrades, which that's going to be very interesting on how I'm going to use that. But for me, the free night and the $300 travel credit, to me, that pays the annual fee off top. That pays the annual fee off top for me. Now, here's the deal with this card. For y'all that don't know. Now, of course, you know, you can't just apply for this card directly. In order for you to get this card, you have to have one of the Chase Marriott cards. You gotta have either the Bold card, the Boundless card, or the Bountiful card, right? And if you have any one of those 3 cards, you have to have it, hold on to it for at least 12 months. And if you could do that, once the 12 months is up, you gotta then make sure you have at least a $10,000 credit limit. Now, if Chase was very generous and gave you a great credit limit off top, cool, you have nothing to worry about. If they gave you anything below that, you have to do either 2 things. Either apply for a credit increase, or if you have other Chase cards, you could potentially take some credit from one card and move it over to the Bold, Bountiful, or the Boundless, whatever one you have, to get it above that $10,000 mark. Then you call Chase and have them do a product change. And that's what I did. Pretty easy and straightforward. Now I'm gonna tell you the reason why I did it. Now, I had a whole Marriott set up about how I was gonna do this, but Marriott just recently threw a monkey wrench in my plans. Now, for us credit card enthusiasts, for us credit card nerds, y'all already know what happened. But for people that don't know, American Express has their Marriott cards. Chase has their credit cards. So everybody knows that these 2 banks, for some reason, don't play nice together when it comes to these credit cards. It's like they're fighting each other for business. American Express has the expensive cards. Chase has the low budget to mid-range cards. And then you got the Ritz Carlton card here. That's on the Chase side. If you're a point maximizer and you want to get as many points as possible, there's a certain way you got to go about it, or at least you used to. And what I was in the process of doing is I applied for the Marriott Boundless card about 1.5 years ago. I got it when it was I didn't do the 5 free nights. I did it when I had the 100,000 points and $125 statement credit. So my whole plan was to hold that card. I was going to apply for the Brilliant card on the American Express side to get that bonus. And then after I got that bonus, then I was going to come back to Chase with take my Boundless card, upgrade it to this card which then I would have had this card and the American Express Brilliant card at the same time. That was the plan. And then I was going to wait another 24 months and then apply for another Boundless card. Then I would have had end up with 3 Marriott cards. This card, the Brilliant card, and then the Boundless card. I would have had 3 free nights for all 3. But the reason why I can't do that now is because Marriott, they used to have a rule where you couldn't get the sign-on bonus for the Brilliant card if I already had this card. So the whole thing was to, okay, before I upgrade to this card, I'm going to get the Brilliant card. And after I lock in that sign-on bonus, then I'll come back and upgrade to this. But now you can't get a sign-on bonus for the Brilliant card if you have any of the Chase cards, right? So even if you had the Bold, Boundless, or the Bountiful, you still was qualified to get the Brilliant card. This was the only card that was preventing you from getting the sign-on bonus for the Brilliant card. But now they made it to where as though all of the Chase cards disqualified you from getting this card. So now I'm like, okay, that sucks. I'm in the middle of trying to do this, and now they come out with that rule. So now I say, okay, this might be a great time to just upgrade my balance and get this card. So now my plan is, okay, I'm just going to because I don't know what the future holds for this card. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't even know if it's going to be around for long. I also don't know, and even if it is going to be here for a long time, is it going to stay $450? I don't know. Probably not. So I said, let me just get this card now. So I called Chase, upgraded to the Ritz Carlton card for my balance card. I didn't have $10,000 initially. So I actually did this by accident. I didn't want to do this. I meant to just transfer money from one credit card to another. But I was playing around in the app, and I ended up applying for a credit limit increase. But they ended up giving it to me, so I ended up with like $15,000 on my balance card. So, okay, cool. It is what it is. Called them, did the upgrade. It was simple. I should have recorded. I wish I would have. But it only took about 5 minutes. She asked me which card that I want to upgrade to. I told her the Ritz Carlton. She was like, oh, great, no problem. And my credit card was in the mail within a week. And here we are. So my plan is to hold on to this card, enjoy the benefits and perks of this card until I can't no more. And if this card goes away, cool, it goes away. I'm glad I had it for when I had it. That'd be the point where I'll wait 30 days or 60 days, however long it take, and then maybe I'll go apply for the Brilliant card later on down the line. But as of now, I'm holding on to this. And hey, maybe one day, maybe they'll upgrade this card. You know, when they upgrade it, I'm pretty sure the annual fee is gonna go up. But hey, maybe we'll get platinum status. And if they do give that, then hey, maybe I don't need the Brilliant card. I don't know, but we gonna see. But again, I'm glad I got it. I'm gonna use it for now. I got a potential stay coming up. I got another family event that I gotta go to in a couple weeks. We staying at a Marriott property, so I'm gonna probably put this bad boy to use when I do that. So we gonna see. But one more thing before we go. Let's see how much the credit card weighs. Got our weights right here. Let's see how much the credit card weighs. 0.5 ounces. So pretty heavy card. All right, so we got the Ritz Carlton card weighing in at 0.5 ounces. And let's compare that to like the platinum. So it's 0.6 ounces. So it's lighter than the Ritz Carlton, and Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, 6 ounces, 0.6 ounces. So the Ritz Carlton and the Chase Sapphire Reserve is pretty much the same weight, and it definitely feels the same for sure. But not quite as heavy as the platinum card. And again, let's do one more drop for him. Yo, but it's definitely metal. But yep, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you got any other videos you would like for me to do as it pertains to travel or credit cards, let me know, man. And I can I put my 2 cents in. But in the meanwhile, we appreciate y'all time, and we will see you on the next one. Peace and travel safe.
Let's take flight.